Hi folks, this is Big Gun. We're in a 3 TD platoon today on the north spawn of Live Oaks. The reason I'm going to show you this video is to show you that voice communication in a TD platoon is just as important as a platoon of mediums that I showed you a couple of videos ago. We have Little Red Riding Hood in her Scorpion G. We have Pony Baron in his STRV S1. And we have Changer 82 in his WZ 120-1FT. Three different types of TDs. So they're setting up near the base and watching the rail line to see if they can help the mediums going down the rail line. Now we have Changer in his WZ. The hull armor in that tank is 120 front, 80 on the sides, and 45 in the rear. Little Red Riding Hood in her Scorpion G, hull armor is 30 in the front, 16 in the sides, 20 in the rear. And Pony Baron in his STRV S1 is 30 in the front, 30 in the sides, and 30 in the rear. So Changer 82 is going to move up where the mediums are because he has better frontal armor at 120, and he's going to try to help out the mediums down this rail line. Meanwhile, this STRV and the Scorpion G will sit in the back and kind of overview what Changer is doing, watching the rear, making sure nobody gets behind the mediums and the TD that's on the baseline. So an STA2 peaked a little bit, and Changer took a shot in the side of his turret for 492 hit points. So their team is down by 2 tanks already, and down about 2,000 hit points. So things are getting pretty dicey here already, and it's only 2.5 minutes into the game. That STA2 is floating down to the bottom of the hill there. And he must have forgot that Changer is sitting here. He comes up a little bit too high, gets shot in the side of the turret again for 472. So 2 shots, 964 damage into the STA2. And now he's a 1 shot. So Changer notices to his right, behind him is a Leo. So he's going to move over and see if he can do some damage on this Leo before he has a chance to spot the other TDs at the back near the cap. So he gets a shot into the Leo, bounced a shot from the Leo, puts another shot into the Leo, and a Type 62 finishes him off. So Changer's sitting at 1805 damage so far. He's still 100%. And now he's going to head back to cap because he sees that there's heavies coming in from the city. So he's going to go back to support the Scorpion G and the STRV S1. Changer's going to move up and try to get some eyes on this heavy that's moving into the cap. And he's communicating communicating with the other two TDs so that they know what he's doing. And they're set up to watch as well. They're not worried about what's going on the rail line right now. There are some mediums down there that are looking at that, and anything in the that's coming up that rail line would be spotted and show up on the mini map. So, and there the E75 lights up. Ginger's going to move around, see if he can get a good shot on that E75. Somebody took a shot on him already. I'm not sure which one it was. And now there's an SU-130 PM with the E75. Ginger gets a shot into the E75. Little Red Riding Hood kills the SU-130 PM. An AMX-30 kills the E75. Now Changer's faced off with an AMX M445. One more shot should finish him off. And he does. So it looks as though the TDs have taken care of the base threat. Now they've got to reposition. There's an RHM Tier 8 TD sitting on the hill down at C6. And he could do some significant damage to any of these TDs if he gets a chance. It's a very strong tank. So the STRV S1 Pony Baron is set up to receive that RHM if he lights up. Changers is doing the same thing. And Little Red Riding Hood and her Scorpion G is watching the A line to make sure nobody else comes in from the city. And this is how they'll be set up for a little while. There's two mediums down on the rail line that will light anything up that comes up that way. And right now they're out of render range. So it's just a waiting game at this moment to see if this RHM is going to light up again or not. So the game is tied 10-10. There's about a 3,500 point difference. The platoon team is down by about 3,500 hit points. So it's going to be pretty dicey as to how they're going to be able to pull this out. Now we're seeing that the STRV S1 is sitting with 25 hit points left. And the Scorpion G is at 625 hit points. And Changer is sitting at 324 hit points. So they've all taken some pretty serious damage. The STRV has 1,000 hit points to start with. The Scorpion G has 1,150 to start with. And the WZ-120 has 1,100 hit points to start with. So as a platoon, you have to stay patient, understand what the other two are doing. And it becomes a little bit of a waiting game. Now, the hope is that the mediums, they have spotted someone on the rail line. The hope is that the mediums will pull those tanks, the enemy tanks, back to them and get them within render range of the TDs, so the TDs can help them. If the mediums stay out too far out, then they can't be supported by the TDs, and they'll basically be on their own. So we can see that a 50 TP, enemy 50 TP, just showed up on the rail line. And there's no sign of that RHM, so he's probably changed locations. So Changer and Pony are repositioning. to receive the tanks coming up the rail line and hopefully protect the mediums uh, that are coming back from the rail line, and then bring in those enemy tanks with them. The Scorpion G is still watching that A line to make sure that no one is going to come in the rear. And there's voice communication through this whole process, making sure that everybody is set up in the right spot, that different areas are covered and protected. So it's very hard to penetrate this this ring of TDs that's been created down by the cap. So the T-34-1, the Allied medium, has come into range. The AMX-30 still hasn't been seen. He's still out there outside of render range. And the 50 TP just destroyed the Allies' AMX-30. So now the T-34-1 is the only medium left. And he brought in the T-71DA, and Pony Baron took care of that tank. We know the 50 TP is sitting out there. He's been spotted. And there he is. Changer missed a shot. It looks like the 50 TP is a one shot at 203 hit points left. The 50 TP's being very careful, not showing himself yet. The Scorpion G comes in. He's a one-shot too, at 115 hit points. Yeah, Pony Baron took a shot and missed him. He's pulling up again, and Pony Baron destroys the Scorpion G. The 50 TP shows up. Changer misses a shot on that tank again, and Pony Baron finishes off the 50 TP. And then to the left, or to the right of Changer, the RHM shows up. So Changer gets a shot into him, and Pony Baron finishes off the RHM. So now it's 14-12. There's about 2 minutes 10 seconds left, and the decision is made for Changer to go down looking for the last TD. It's an IKV 90B, full health. So the reason Changer is going, because Pony Baron is at 25 hit points, and Little Red Riding Hood is at 76 hit points. Changer still has 324 hit points left. So, and he's fairly fast. He's 50 kilometers per hour, which is pretty good top speed. He's got a lot of power, so he doesn't waste a whole lot of time going up and down hills. So he's going to go in and see if he can light up this IKV, if it's down in this area. If it's approaching the platoon's cap, then there's 2 TDs down there to look after the cap. So it's either going to be a draw or a win, either way. So Changer is carefully going down to the enemy cap, also keeping an eye on the clock. There's 1 minute left. And so far nothing's been spotted. Changer just gets spotted, but he doesn't see anything yet. He keeps pushing forward. And he sees the IKV to his left. So he takes his first shot, for 458 hit points. The IKV goes unspotted, and Changer finishes him off with a blind shot. So, with 12 seconds left, the game was won. It was a good battle by the TDs, good voice communication throughout. If you enjoy watching this video, then click on the link provided at the end of this video, subscribe, and click on the bell for notifications. So any new videos that I put up, you will receive notification that they've been released. Thank you, have a good day, and remember, tread lightly but carry a big gun.